Got
Meeting
it.
live streamed. Got it. Yeah.
This hasn't showed up on my on the thing yet.
We got to mumble extra before mumbles.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there it is. What's up, Dark Judges, Desperados, dudes in dick-shaped helmets? Thanks to modern day technology. It's your best friend in the whole wide world. Cool Johnny Cool, Heavy Metal Kid, coming to you live on YouTube, our YouTube show called Cursed Earth Radio. Tell them all about it, Johnny.
Well, tonight we're doing Prog 2297. We have part 1 in Sentientoid's Big Idea, the first part of Tharg's Thrillers, The Crawley Man. Skip Tracer's back, there's things. Dexter's back, there's things. Jaeger's back, there's things.
It's fantastic. That's a great intro.
I like shouting things.
Yeah, lots of things in that intro. Hey, we're coming to you a little bit late. That's my fault this week. Man, sometimes work just goes a little bit over, and mine certainly did today. And I knew I could feel it at the beginning of the day, man. You ever get like, I don't know, 10 minutes behind at the beginning of your day, and it just keeps piling up. And by the end of your 8-hour day, you're like 80 minutes behind. That's what happened to me today.
8-hour days. That must be nice, man. I'm doing 10s.
Yeah. Well, you're also living the good life though with that extra day off, man.
Hell yeah, I am. I'll take those 4 days of stress and anguish and just trying to outrun everything. To wake up Friday morning and go, I ain't got shit to do.
I don't know about you, but I have 100% realized that day off number 1 is just me coming down from all the days I worked. Day off number 2 can be one of two things. If it's a 3-day weekend, it's a chill day. If it's a 2-day weekend, it's dreading going back to work day.
See, I save that for Sunday.
Yeah. No, see, if I'm off 3 days in a row, I'm good. I don't even dread going back to work the next day. But if I only got 2, I spend the whole second day thinking about fuck. I gotta go back to work tomorrow.
See, I get up on Sundays, I go to band practice, I get home about 5 and go, shit. Well, how'd this happen? But this weekend, I'm off until next Thursday because the wife and I are heading out on Tuesday to go see the mighty Rammstein in New Jersey.
Oh, didn't you just see Rammstein?
We saw them in 2017.
Oh, okay.
This will be the 5th time we've seen them.
All right. I was thinking you went. Oh, it was Metallica that you went and saw. That's right.
Yeah, I was going to talk to you about that, but you were a big bag of dicks. So I didn't talk to you about that.
Why was I a big bag of dicks? What the hell did I do?
Were you not at that show with the mic in front of your face being a big bag of dicks while the show was starting or waiting to start?
Oh, yeah. We played the night.
Oh, yeah. I was a big bag of dicks.
We played the night before. You came to watch us in your Metallica shirt and made fun of Metallica the whole night. Hey, listen. Man, you could have been wearing a fucking shirt for my band, and I would have been making fun of you. So if that,
why would I do that?
Look, man, I was just pointing out that thanks to the internet, Metallica has now been canceled for being Nazis. So therefore, you must clearly be a Nazi because we know Metallica also very, very clearly Nazis. Here's the other thing.
I want you to go over to your record collection and pull any random record out and tell me how many pictures of Mr. Grove has are in the liner notes.
No, look, man, you never know what happens when you're ordering records from overseas from a shady heavy metal record company. No,
I do. I've ordered plenty of records from overseas. You know how many of them have had pictures of Hitler in them? 0.
Well, listen, it's an accident. Here's the other thing, Johnny. I just like, I was really against this cancel Metallica thing, but since you're doubling down on this whole thing, I'd like people to go ahead and Google Jason Newsted from Metallica saluting white supremacy or whatever the fuck you did. I think
it was a photo of Lars and James, and I'm not doubling down. I'm just stating facts, sir.
What's your favorite Dark Throne record, Johnny? Transylvanian
Hunger.
Do you know who wrote four of the songs on that record?
Varg.
Mr. Varg Vikernes. So I would say the pot calling the kettle black, but you'll say that's a racist statement in some way. With an episode All I'm saying is Cool Johnny Cool went to a Metallica concert who recently has been outed as a very racist band. Dude, the internet is a fucking absurd place, isn't it?
That's how you know no one's listening to us, because we would have been canceled years ago.
Yeah, no one gives a shit. But no, I listen. If you come to one of our shows, I will pick on you and make fun of you. That's how you know that you're my friend.
Yeah.
There were like 4 other people there that night that I didn't make fun of.
There were 4 other people there. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. The standing room only crowd of me and that other guy over there.
I know, man. Like 1 month before, I'm playing at the Gramercy Theater in front of a packed house, and thanks to the 2 other popular bands that were on the bill, they made that possible. And then back to reality, smack in the face. There we fucking go.
Now you know how my band felt. Those early years when we were riding your band's coattails, and then we would have to go play our own shows.
Right. Well, we have no draw anymore either in that town. I don't know.
Oh my God. It's like playing a show after our annual Halloween show, because that thing is packed asshole to elbow.
Yeah.
And then we're like, let's go. Oh, that's right. It's not Halloween. Shit.
Right.
Okay. All right. Thank all 12 of you for being here tonight.
Well, now that you've been outed as a Metallica sympathizer, I don't think anybody's going to show up. I'll tell you what, though.
That'll be why no one shows up.
If there's one thing we can say, you ain't got Dave Mustaine on camera doing no Nazi stuff.
He just says terrible shit in front of any old live mic.
A horrible human being.
My favorite was when he came back and he was super Christian, and then he was talking shit on Christianity like years later.
We've got a member of our band, and every year, we do the Halloween show, and everybody's like, oh, we got to do this and we got to do that. Now, I hate Pantera. I can't stand them. I think they're a terrible band. I just never liked them. When I was younger, I saw their picture. I was like, those are a bunch of hillbillies. I don't like Pantera. Never did, right? So everybody in the band's talking, oh, who could we be for Halloween? Somebody goes, oh, Pantera. And I have this reaction like, fuck no, I don't want to be fucking Pantera. A, because I don't like them. B, because if we're Pantera, I got to be their singer, which means I got to wear a bald cap and I got to go shirtless. Neither one of those is happening in my band, right?
Some of us wear a bald cap permanently. I mean, it's a fucking thing.
So our guitar player, who's a troll, starts doubling, tripling, quadrupling down. Just going hard. Oh yeah, it's going to be awesome. We have to be Pantera. Now he's he's very much a liberal, voted for Bernie Sanders, and he keeps doubling down like, dude, we're not fucking being Pantera. And he keeps going to go, all right, we're going to be Pantera, but we're going to fly rebel flags. And he's like, oh no, I don't want to do it. And I was like, that's what I thought. There we go. Like, I could no way to shut it down other than just be like, all right, if we're being Pantera, then you're going to have to be okay with that. And he was
we're
like,
going to go full bore.
So we ended up being Striper. What a much better option.
He vetoed my choice of a Typo Negative cover for the other band, and because I wanted to do Typo Negative's "Kill All the White People," which is a fucking hilarious song. And then he said no. I said, all right, let's do a carnivore song. He said, okay, cool. And I said, male supremacy. And he said, one of my favorite.
He loves the idea of being a troll, but when it comes to doing troll shit, he's not about it.
One of my favorite live concert memories ever is my wife and some of our friends saw Typo at a now long gone club in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania called Club Laga. Yeah. And they were the second on the bill, which was awful. Yeah. I didn't give a shit about seeing Cradle of Filth.
No.
So they were the headliners. We noped out after Typo finished. But you know how they have security in between the stage and the barricade at most like bigger shows, right?
Yeah.
So they have security guys up there. There was one black security guy amongst them all, and he was just doing his job. And Typo Negative launches into Kill All the White People, and then the chorus is Kill All the White People, and there's a response, Kill All the White People. This guy watched a white man say Kill All the White People, and then the entire white crowd yell Kill All the White People, and the look on his face while this was happening will forever be burned into my brain. He just standing there going, y'all crazy.
Yeah.
Just trying to process everything that was happening. And I was dying just watching him respond to what was happening.
Yeah, it was one of those moments where he was like, I ended up at the wrong fucking show today, man.
How did I get here?
Oh my God. Well, you know what? We need a break from all this intenseness. Let's go on and talk about a comic book that has never ever flirted with fascism or Nazi imagery.
Mr.
2000
Grumfast,
AD,
bring
the
me
galaxy's greatest comic. And
hey, how about that Jake Lynch cover?
man, I was just about to say there was one thing I could think of all fucking week is that our favorite man is back. And he's going to get his own story arc, man.
Man, Sentientoid, I love his design. It's very quintessentially British sci-fi. If ever there was a British sci-fi robot, because this robot makes no sense how it was designed. It is an incomprehensible collection of tubes, and I love it.
That sounds like a great pornography, collection, like a nice like 3-disc box set or something. Yeah.
Oh no, that's a hentai title, dude.
An incomprehensible collection of tubes. There's a panel in here. It's my favorite panel. It's when Sentientoid, who is currently our favorite robot going in the Prog, I think.
Current functional robot in the Prog right now.
Yeah, he's chilling. He's chilling, just kind of laying back by the fire. And it's just the most something about there is no less threatening version of Sentientoid than warming himself by the fire with his legs all sprawled out like a weird metal frog. Man, I'm really hoping that at some point he becomes a reoccurring hero character. What an arc that would be.
I get the feeling he's going to end up offline at the hands of Joe at the end of the story. But while he's here, I'm going to enjoy it because I have honestly never seen a robot with no discernible face or eyes or anything have an existential crisis.
I know. I like, and you know, I'm telling you, man, there's something in here because I'm getting fucking biblical Jonah and the whale vibes where you know, he gets this epiphany and ends up getting spit out on the shores of the land where he is to minister. So he's got some kind of cool idea. I see a future in my perfect world where Sentientoid ends up becoming a judge, much like Judge Heston.
He wasn't sped out so much as buzzsawed out of the carcass of this dead muty whale. Yeah. But the parallels are still there.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to go on with this guy, but he was just, you know, back when he showed up with the team of assassins, and there was a cool team full of assassins. This guy immediately became, you know, number one coolest man in the room, our favorite, and he's back, and he's also done by Jake Lynch and Jim Boswell, who's our perfect team. Rob Williams is one of the best Dredd writers going right now. It's a good time to be alive, at least in the first of 5 stories in 2000 AD right now. And I don't know how much more we need to even go into this one. What else you got to say about this one?
I'm very interested in finding out what his big idea is, and it can't be good because in going back online in his excitement, he has murdered, I think they said 26 people in the abattoir as he escaped the muty whale. So it's not a good idea for us fleshy ones.
I love when he's going on his rampage, and that's a great looking carnage filled shot. But he says, "Death to the blubber farmers of the capitalist whale abattoir, both real and symbolic."
he's delineating, which I like. And I wonder if he's channeling Call Me Kenneth from Beyond the Robot Grave, because you know where that goes.
How would that be? That would be very fitting given the beginning discussion of the Nazi concert you went to.
I did not see that coming.
From Nazi band Metallica, you know, you have Twitter.
It's like when the out of touch senators rail and how they're going to get rid of these satanic metal bands like Wasp.
Yeah.
And I'm like, a U.S. senator said that like 6 years ago, and I'm like, do you
Yeah.
not know about black metal? These motherfuckers were burning down churches.
Yeah. Do you
One
not?
of them.
The other thing is, do you not know about Wasp, who is now a Christian band?
Oh, Wasp, what a mess.
Hey, man, it's not musically. Wasp is still killing it out here, if you ask me. But
Physically, Blackie Lawless looks like he's made out of melting wax.
he's killing some triple cheeseburgers or something. I don't know. That's terrible. Blackie Lawless is one of my heroes. But I did see a photo of him, and I was like, why is he wearing a leather face mask? Hey, Mac Anorak says he's tuning in for more tumultuous tales from the trailer park. Maybe not this week, but maybe next week.
There are always more tales.
Yeah, I got to keep them coming back. But I mean, man, we both grew up in one, and we both had pretty fucking weird childhoods. So maybe next week we'll bring a couple back. It'll be a recurring segment here. Tell you about the time we actually defeated the bully. That's what I got. We actually defeated a bully by bullying him.
How much Hulk Hogan paraphernalia were you wearing?
None at this point, strangely enough. Yeah, none at this point. I was you were present for this, I believe, when I had a crisis of not wanting to spend $32 but finding a Hulk Hogan action figure and needing it so bad at Target, because when we record, sometimes if we are lucky enough to be able to do it in the same room, we will go to Target, Walmart, go toy shopping. And man, they had a good looking Hulk Hogan with 3 different heads, one of which had crazy eyes. And man, this really is a racist theme episode. We're talking about Hulk Hogan now.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but and the best thing about all 3 of those interchangeable heads that figure had is they all had varying degrees of receding hairlines
and varying degrees of just looking completely cocained out. And man, I needed one so bad, but then I also went, what am I going to do with it? Like what do I do with the Hulk Hogan action figure? It's just going to sit in the box, or I'll take it out and put the crazy eye head on it. At some point, I just need to get myself a life-size Hulk Hogan statue.
Don't do that.
And put it out as you walk into the house. That way people know that this house is protected by a Hulk
racism. No, you don't need a Hulk Hogan statue. You need a whole Hogan statue.
Well, I didn't have all the money, so I went with the half Hogan.
I couldn't go Hulk Hogan. Holy shit. How far can we weave off topic? Quite a bit.
You never go Hulk Hogan. This is the stupidest conversation we have ever had.
I don't know, man. We've had some pretty fucking dumb ones.
Yo, thankfully, Sentient Toyd is back. Rob Williams is writing. Jim and Jake are the powerhouse duo whose fan base name we can't come up with yet, but we're working on it. And
I mean, this would be the podcast episode to say it.
I know, man.
Hey, maybe Haya will give us a Sentient Toyd figure after all of this.
You think Haya is going to give us a Jake Lynch and Jim Boswell 2-pack for the San Diego Comic-Con one year? I'm
hoping for that, and then we can get a 2-pack of the H-Wagon pilot dicks.
Right.
Since we're still talking about Judge Dredd, technically, off the top of your head, give me your 5 most wanted Haya Dredd figures that we'll probably never get.
Judge Clancy. No, I'm sorry, Judge. Who's the guy in the underwear?
Quincy.
That's Quincy. I want to say Judge Clancy. Yeah, I want that figure bad.
Yeah.
So I would go with that guy. I want modern stuff. So I want Judge Pin. I want a Mark 8 Battle Droid, and I want Gerhardt, and I wouldn't mind having a Logan.
No Heston, huh?
Now you got me fucked up. Who would I switch out? I'll take Heston over Gerhardt. Yeah.
See, I was thinking about this today at work while I was trying not to lose my mind with people fucking up jobs. So I had to have Dirty Frank, Walter.
Yeah.
Gerhardt was actually on my list. I had Judge Heston on my list too.
No.
Oddly enough. And who was my 5th? I had this thought out, and then I had a rage stroke at work and deleted the last one. Definitely Dirty Frank and Walter.
Man, I love the Mark 8 battle droids so much, and I feel like they would make such a good figure, but it could be like a deluxe figure, like a bigger, like, because that's where it's got to go, right? At some point, and I know you're getting the Dredd with the Lawmaster, but they also need to do like with McFarlane Toys. You also do the big deluxe figure, and I mean, they could have done a big deluxe Clegg, honestly, because they're pretty large depending on which panels. But you could also do a nice looking battle droid. You could do a Jutta.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
I mean, I would take a Jutta 5-pack of just every design and Easter color, if we could. But yeah, man, for me, it's really centered around, like, I love this new Dredd stuff. So I would love to see modern 2000 AD. Like, I love the stuff they're doing. I will never complain about it. I did enough of that in the beginning until they proved themselves worthy, when they're super worthy. But I want modern Dredd stuff. This is my Dredd is right now.
Agreed.
And all that stuff, So
I considered Judge Smiley too from the Small House.
Oh yeah. If I didn't even think of that guy. It's super obscure, but if it's the perfect world, my favorite Judge Fire was Judge Fire in the helmet, man.
Oh, Dead World.
Yeah. And a strange I'm speaking of Dredd and Judge Fire, I've made an appointment to finish my left arm here, getting more 2000 AD themed tattoos put in there. And I do have a nice big space here where I keep thinking, like, man, I'd make a really good space for a Judge Fire in a helmet. But that's a real weird choice. But
we got to take that cover in and give it to your guy and go do this.
Yeah, I don't have enough room. I don't have enough room for that.
You got a whole back you haven't tattooed yet.
That's true. Yeah. Flames are always weird, though. Getting tattoos of flames, I don't know.
You should tattoo them right above your belt line on the front, so it looks like he's coming out of your crotch.
Fire crotch.
That's me.
Good God, let's move on.
Okay. What'd you think of the Crawley Man Part 1?
Oh, wait. We do have one cool thing, though. Max giving his Land Raider play set with Dredd, Jack,
be cool.
Spikes. Oh, and Tweak. Yeah, that's a great. Yeah, man. Max even good on the fucking toy line marketing. God damn. I really like the Crawley Man Part 1. This is some sort of folk horror.
Yeah.
That to me is like, this is what I'm talking about, man. I like when he finally crawls out of the fucking closet here at the end. Oh my God.
Well, where they got me is when they are talking about, we honor the same old gods. And I went, oh, are they talking about it? And then he mentioned Samhain, and I was like, oh, I'm in. Fuck it, I'm in. We're here.
What would you do if the big twist at the end that it was the actual band and Glenn Danzig showed up?
I'd be happy with that. I'd be happy with that. This is what I wanted. What was the shit that we read? It was last year with the bones and the mask in the woods.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Without trying to sound like we're picking on something, like Thistlebone.
That's it. This is what I wanted that to be, man.
Yeah, me too. It feels, and maybe the problem with Thistlebone is it's got a lot more to give, and we haven't seen it all the way through. But man, this got me with the Crawley Man right away. It's fucking terrifying.
Well, you got the Wicker Man kind of illusion there at the beginning.
Yeah,
and then they're starting to talking about old gods and the old ways. I'm like, oh, they're gonna say it, and there it is. Samhain.
The Wicker Man for me is like, I mean, it's been so influential on so many things, and I don't think even something like Thistlebone or like it was I know there's others. My favorite is not the Wicker Man. I love Blood on Satan's Claw, but in terms of folk horror, the Wicker Man is a perfect film.
Which one? The original or the overacted Nicolas Cage one?
Come on,
the overacted Nicolas Cage one.
They're both good in their own way. They're both good. Oh, hey, and we got a Cliff Robinson Crawley Man. Oh my God, Crawley Man cover.
Oh yeah, I saw that in the newsletter that we forgot to go over this week.
Oh yeah, that lasted one show.
Well, we just we're late. We kind of barreled into it, but I did read it. We do have the zombie event taking place next month over the Prog and the magazine. So we'll have to get next month's magazine to continue the story. But the cover is by Nick Percival, of course, because why wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
And it looks all drippy and wet. And if you subscribe to the 2018 newsletter, which you should, we'll get a preview next week.
Yeah, and hey, we really fucked up by not reading the Prog that we were in, or the magazine that we were in. We need to go back and read that.
I did read that. I read the parts where it wasn't part 9 of and part 7 of. I read the stories that I could grab onto.
What I mean is, like, we need to do it for the show, is what I'm saying. Like, we need to get on here and like do it for the show.
I mean, I've read them.
Yeah,
you get read up, and I'll be more than happy to discuss how we flew that H-wagon right into the ground.
I'm really looking forward to the time when you've given up all hope on me actually reading, and I just give completely uninformed opinions like I used to on the order. That was my favorite.
What did you read Droid Life this week?
Did I read Droid Life this week?
I did. I always read it just out of spite now.
Yeah, man, it was great. I loved Droid Life this week.
Oh, you fucking lying bastard.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. Cat Sullivan's Droid Life, the droid cartoon in the beginning of the Prog. I always read it, and I read it so much that I can tell you.
Without flipping to it, you cheating bastard.
How was Droid Life?
It was a thing. The billboard got a job, and that was fun.
I enjoyed Droid Life. If I saw a little panel, if I saw a little Droid Life come up for sale, I'd buy it and hang it on my wall. I like it that much. I just forget to read it. Or
are you channeling Fat Mark? You troll.
No, I really genuinely, I do like Droid Life. I'll tell you, and you know what?
Chelsea read it. I saw that.
Chelsea in the chat read Droid Life as well. So there you go, man. And
everybody but you.
I'll bet Mac read it. Yeah, I'm not even going to ask.
Of course, Mac read it.
You know what, man? I'll tell you what. I'm going into mean HMK mode here. I would rather read Droid Life than have this Jurassic Park 2 ending here coming up with little dude's daughter, little kid come and save the day. Listen, man, I don't like it when kids save the day. I don't care if they got superpowers or not. I don't like it when kids save the day, because you know why? Kids never save the day. Kids fuck things up. They never save the day. When I was a kid, tune in to last episode. I tried to save the day. I tried to beat the bully. Didn't save the day.
Bunny.
Yeah, I was a bunny rabbit. So, man, I got nothing on this Skip Tracer. The devil's here and the kid saves the day. I've ranted about this before. Not my thing. Don't like it. Your turn.
I've never seen Jurassic Park 2.
Are you kidding me?
I've never seen any Jurassic Park outside of the original.
What the fuck? I mean, I
didn't fucking care. It didn't. Even as a kid, when I saw it in the theater, I was like, well, that doesn't really need a sequel, does it?
No.
And here they come.
No. And well done, man. Because you 100% avoided. I went all the way up to 3. I went all the way up to 3 on Jurassic Park. But let me tell you what happens in Jurassic Park 2, right? So he's got a daughter. Ian Malcolm has a daughter, and it's mentioned that she's in gymnastics class or whatever. And at the end of the movie, when they're about to get eaten by a fucking cool raptor, here comes Ian Malcolm's 10-year-old daughter, fucking gymnasticking, swinging her way on a fucking scaffolding, and flip kicks a fucking raptor. And at that moment right there, I realized one thing. I hate it when a fucking kid saves the day. I hate it, and I will never like it. The end. Kid looks to me like this kid here saving the day, and the only way to redeem Skip Tracer is to kill everybody off.
Well, look, like, it's not like you were invested in Skip Tracer to begin with, so
that's true.
You know, and I've seen plenty of shitty sequels. I just didn't sit through those shitty sequels.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Same. I don't even like dinosaurs, man. I don't even like them. Don't care.
Yeah. I mean, I liked them as a kid, but you know,
I wasn't even a dinosaur kid, man. Wasn't even a dinosaur kid.
As a narrative device and a plot device,
Now, Flesh is cool. Flesh has dinosaurs. That's cool.
I'll take that back. Primal on Adult Swim. I do like that because it's a caveman and a baby dinosaur running around and trying to survive. And there's no dialogue. They just grunt at each other, and it's super hyper violent. Fucking love it.
Yeah, I've had that recommended to me because they're apes. I know they get killed a bunch.
Oh,
but
they get murder fucked, I believe is the clinical term.
would still enjoy some apes. How about Dexter?
Yep, it's here.
Dexter is here for those of you that like to read Dexter. Dexter is here, and I didn't read it.
I would like to see Sentientoid jump a couple pages and just rip Kalinka to fucking shreds and then go back to the Dredd story. I'm tired of her being the out for the story. I'm tired of her being, how they get into this? Oh, we'll just fucking have Kalinka come and save and that'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm impressed that you know her name, man.
I'm looking at the page where it's on, so don't be too impressed. Yeah, man. I don't care.
They're on an Odyssey.
Still don't care.
I don't care either. Yeah, but for those of you that are Dexter or Sinister or Dexter fans, they're all involved this week. So there you go. For those of you that like cool Apocalypse Now themed science fiction with psychedelic drug plants and axe killing motherfuckers.
I love that dude. Where's my 3A figure of him?
Yeah, man, he's awesome. He's my favorite too. This is part of me can't wait to go back and read this one from the beginning.
A couple of the points are a little fuzzy for me. I know they're trying to find the three generals that her father ran with to find this fucking weapon to fix all the problems by killing everybody, as any good tyrant does.
Yeah. I'd love to be able one day to maybe at a convention or whatever have a chat with with Gordon Rennie about this. And I mean, I'm just going into this whole thing assuming that this is 100% a result of him watching Apocalypse Now, but maybe it's not. But man, every time I fucking read this, I want to go rewatch Apocalypse Now. So much so that I just rewatched Apocalypse Now the other day with my wife, and I don't think she'd ever actually seen it. She'd known of it and maybe seen bits and pieces, but we sat down and watched the whole excruciating Redux.
That's like 3 hours and change, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And there's stuff in there for me that shouldn't be in there, but like the whole thing where they're at the French plantation thing, I'm like, I don't need this. But as a movie, it's most of it's incredible.
Now, see, making a Rogue Trooper movie would be really tricky because how do you fucking differentiate them? They're all blue. But this, would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, man. And even sometimes in Jaeger, I'm still a little confused who's who. They need to give somebody a hat and somebody else like a cool pair of shoes.
And funny glasses.
Yeah, like, oh, why are you wearing the propeller beanie? Oh, my sergeant so and so gave it to me before he died. I know it's dorky, but it's always brought me luck. That's just me. You don't have to use that one, Gordon Rennie. But
the Jaeger movie is specifically written for HMK, where every time a character comes on screen, they say their name.
Yeah, right.
They break the fourth wall and wave.
One guy's got his dick out. That's how you differentiate.
Are you watching Teen Wolf?
Duncan Jones is supposedly still making a Rogue Trooper movie. So they say, man, I want to say I also saw something about that and totally put it out of my mind. But
I like the concept of Rogue Trooper. I like the biochips. I like all that. But this is far more visually interesting.
Yeah, man. I've always felt, and I've said it before, Rogue Troopers, it's like one of those ideas that I feel like was born out of a very like, shallowish kind of pop sci-fi. Hey, this would be cool for the kids.
Yeah.
Badass. And now the struggle is world building. And that's what we're doing here with all these other little offshoots. And, because that makes sense to me, man. Like, you could ask, like, why don't they just put fucking Rogue Trooper in the Prog? But it's like, man, I have a bunch of Rogue Trooper, but the problem is it always feels like you're just like, where are you going, man? Same thing as reading some of those old war comics, like, Sergeant Rock. If you go read the old stuff, you're like, all right, it's just a bunch of dudes fighting. it's not until somebody comes and does something pretty clever, which Garth Ennis, I believe, took that unknown soldier character and did something real super cool with him not too long ago.
Yeah, you've got to have the right writer for this stuff like this, but
Yeah.
just Jaeger is just much more visually interesting. There's a lot more going on, and I just want to see Klar in 3 dimensions. Like, I just want to see that psychopath with his giant fucking axe,
Yeah,
talking to ghosts, talking to dead kings, and cutting people in half.
and man, if in terms of British sci-fi, if there's one thing that needs really does need an actual like movie an adaptation, it's Warhammer. But the problem is it's 40K, and when I say Warhammer,
Yeah.
40K, like the problem is like you can't do 40K unless you're going to do Lord of the Rings again.
Yeah.
There's no scale.
You've got to start. You'd have to start with the Horus Heresy and lay the groundwork.
Oh
You
God,
have to.
really? See, I would, oh my God, yeah.
You don't want to see that played out like 4-hour movies.
I would like to see it played out because I read Dan Abnett's books, but for me, what gets you and what, having played the 40K games, all you need to know is there was this ultimate betrayal and now there's chaos and it's like, okay, now I'm falling with Space Marine. We get that. But no, I would love to see Horus Heresy, but I feel like the money is just put us with an Ultramarine. They're the peanut butter and jelly. And let us run into a troop of Blood Angels. Let us see some Chaos Marines. It's so fucking cool. How could you not fall in love with it? But
here's what you do: you do a Space Hulk movie.
Oh my God,
that's got fucking everything. There's your jumping in point. 5-man Terminator squad sweeping a Hulk.
Yeah, and it could be very sort of a lot smaller in scale. You could have one guy who uses lightning claws and is a badass and runs out in front of everybody.
Runs out into projectile weapons and gets blown to fucking bits.
Yeah.
And you got to go, who wants to scrape HMK up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, my name was Lightning Claws Johnson that day.
That's right.
According to you.
You know how many times we had to bring you back to life because lightning claws are no good against ranged weaponry?
Oh, yeah, man. But I'll tell you what, I know you're right. Lightning claws are no good against ranged weaponry, but they're fucking cool.
But when we got into the hallways in the Hulk, that's where you really did okay.
Yeah.
But you could really, since your set's already claustrophobic, your production value is going to come down a little bit because you're not doing these big fucking sweeps where you've got to, follow Robotech Gilliman and all the other Primarchs around and all that shit. And you got to define all their legions. And then you've got to got to fucking represent chaos and have Horus's dream where he ends up in the warp and all that's a lot of fucking production value.
Yeah.
You put it in a Hulk, still a lot of production value, but infinitely smaller. And gene stealers.
Anything, man. Somebody did a fan film. I don't know what it's called, but somebody did a fan film a couple years ago. I think like right before or just at the beginning of pandemic, man. And it was a Space Marine fan film. I'm trying to remember what it was called, but it was just so well done. And it was just, it was a guardsman fighting. I think he was fighting gene stealers.
Oh yeah, that's the guardsman. And he gets, or is that the one where he gets outnumbered and they shall know no fear?
Yeah, exactly. Like at the very end, it's called Guardsman. You're right. Yeah.
Yep.
At the very end, a fucking Space Marine, a Dark Angel, I think, comes walking in and it's like, a god comes walking into the frame. It was just so well done, man. And just like, not a lot of action, but so much atmosphere, and so much of that is Warhammer. I think honestly, man, like 40K is one of the great sci-fi universes. It's so much on paper.
Oh yeah, the lore goes on forever. There's so much possibility. It's so rich in detail that you could go nuts with it. It's like, there's that one CG fan film. I think it was called The Rise of the Inquisitor. I showed you that.
Yeah,
but they've got all like it does that big sweeping shot, and you see the parade to honor the Emperor. And it's got all the Imperial fists and fucking Terminators and all that shit. And It would be amazing. Just give. I mean, you could actually get some more casual fans if you did that because it's so visually striking.
You know what we do have though, and maybe this will be a good gateway, is they're finally doing Warhammer Space Marine 2, and I think it's for PS5.
Yeah, I got to buy a new system for that because
I will be buying one for that too. Yeah.
just out of nowhere, like, oh yeah, by the way, like, and
Yeah,
we still
I'll
need to
look at it
finish
later.
Deathwing or Death Angels.
Deathwing, yeah,
Yeah,
Deathwing.
we never finished that.
I know we need to finish that. What a great game.
We fought that one giant fucking gene stealer, and I think we all got slaughtered because you were trying to lightning claw it. If I remember
Yeah, man.
correctly.
I was saving the day with my lightning claws.
You
and
were
got-
not. We all died horribly. We did not honor the emperor with our
I tried
sacrifice.
to save you with my lightning claws, but you guys fucked it up. So
You
yeah,
tried,
it was nice.
yeah, but by defending you with our faces, what a bunch of dicks.
What are we talking about? 2000 AD? Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's 40K is British, so it's in there.
40K in 2000 AD, same thing. British.
Great fucking pit up from Dan Cornwell and Dylan Teague
Yeah.
at the end with Dredd and a bunch of Saab judges getting blown to shit.
Yeah. Next week, I'm hoping we get to see Sentientoid become the hero that we know
I don't think that's going to happen.
he deserves to be. I don't want this character to go away. I love this character.
He's going to be shut down. I don't know if this is a long story, but I'm pretty sure it ends with Joe pulling the plug.
Yeah. And hopefully it ends with more Jake Lynch and Jim Boswell working together. I feel like 2000 AD is like, all right, these are the guys. These guys work well together.
We are getting zombies next week.
We are getting zombies next week. Yeah. I don't know anything about that other than
We're about to learn.
we're about to learn. Yeah. So we'll see.
Hey, before we get out of here, I have a non-2000 AD related question for you.
Yeah.
All right. So you know how the multiverse is the big thing in comic book movies now, where we're bringing together all the Spodermans. We were trying to bring together all the Batman, but Ezra Miller's a psychopath.
He said he was sorry for being a psychopath now.
I'm sorry. So what if they did that with horror movies?
Uh-huh.
So let's say every version of Michael Myers is put in one movie, from Halloween 78 all the way through Halloween Ends. All of them. Hobo Myers, H2O Myers, Resurrection Myers, Five Myers, Curse Myers, all that. Who wins in a fight between all of them?
Well, that's hard because, I mean, some of them are supposed to be the same one. So are we saying like, I guess it depends. If we're just taking every single movie, who wins?
Yes. Because they're all a little different. Original Halloween 2 Myers is a little shorter than 78 Myers. Halloween 4 Myers is completely different than those two. 5 Myers, completely fucking different. 6 Myers, completely fucking different.
I know your answer. I could guess your answer. My answer
divine my answer.
Your answer is fucking Michael Myers from Halloween 2. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
You know what? You're actually right.
Because he's gigantic. He's a fucking car.
He's a brick shit house. There's no way any of the other ones are beating him.
Yeah. Now, you're probably right. He's not my favorite, but you're probably right because
you want 5.
I want 5. Yeah. Wow. We know each other pretty well, man.
Yep.
Yeah. 5 has coolest looking mask, uses a sickle. When Michael Myers comes at you with a fucking Grim Reaper scythe, that's fucking scary. Yeah. Yeah.
I wanted it to be a Curse of Michael Myers, but I don't think any of them could stand up to the savagery that is Hobo Myers.
Yeah.
No. And he's going to ramble to get there. And there's going to be a lot of panning shots to get to him. But
hey, he can ride that white horse that shows up for no fucking reason too, if he wants to.
It was psychosis. You're a therapist. I've explained that to you.
Well, I've been doing it for 15 years and I've never encountered a fucking invisible imaginary friend horse, man. Never.
All right, so we did that one. What about all the Jasons? We're not counting Mom. From Baghead to remake.
From Baghead to remake, all the Jasons, it has to be, it's Jason Goes to Hell. He won't die for shit. They blow him up and his bits still stay alive.
He gets disqualified because he's wearing a fucking Canadian tuxedo. You know in your heart of hearts, and I don't want this to be right, but you know it's Uber Jason.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. No, he wins. I forgot about him. Yeah,
He's a fucking psychotic cyborg.
yeah.
There's no way on paper I would want like part 7 to win.
Yeah,
There's no way any of them are beating a Jason that's half fucking cyborg.
yeah, yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, he would win, and I'd be okay with that. I don't mind Uber Jason. I like Uber Jason for what he is. Yeah,
Oh, it's such a good dumb design. Fucking that movie is amazingly stupid, and I love every minute of it.
if you say all of the Freddys, it's just a complete tie because they're all they just
Except for remake Freddy. Like remake Freddy loses just because he's gonna get ganged up on.
yeah, that poor
I'm
bastard.
betting on New Nightmare though. I'm betting on New Nightmare.
Yeah, the trench coat. Of
Well, because
course.
he's actually evil.
Yeah, and he had a trench coat. I mean, a trench
He
coat.
did. And those knee-high fuck me pirate boots.
Yeah, man. Ask our man what's his name? Keanu Reeves how important trench coat is to making a comeback.
I forgot about that. You know what? I never watched any of the Matrixes outside of the Matrix.
Yeah, he didn't need to. It was stupid.
Yeah. It's just I was gonna say all the pinheads, but it's just Doug Bradley and great value Doug Bradley from that one. Fuck it.
Yeah, we could do all the leather faces, and it would have to be part 3 teenage.
Oh, I fucking
gangster
love
crash metal.
Heavy Metal Leatherface with his fucking chrome plated chainsaw.
Yeah, he was the best, man. And he listens to Death Angel while driving a blue truck. So,
What about Rob Zombie's Halloween Leatherface from the new one?
oh, nah, man, I don't know. I'm going with thrash metal Leatherface. I do, although
100%, man, 100%.
the new I liked the Texas Chainsaw, not the new one, but like the Marcus Nispel Texas Chainsaw remake back in the
Oh
day.
yeah, I like that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one was okay. It was the Texas Chainsaw the beginning where they filled in all the missing information that we already fucking could figure out.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre has had it the worst. It's close with Hellraiser, but man, some of those recent Texas Chainsaw, because that should have never been anything but one movie. But
Yeah,
here we are.
I don't know. Hellraiser Gets the Internet was pretty fucking shitty. They put him in
Yeah,
a computer game, man.
yeah, man. It was
Not a good look for old Pinhead.
you know who, I mean, I think no one says it because everybody's like, well, obviously, but you know who had it though, really the worst though was Leprechaun.
Well, I mean, I
The
don't.
first one even sucked. There was no good. There's no redeemable Leprechaun movie.
Well, it's like Leprechaun and Chucky. I never took seriously because they're
We
3 feet nothing.
what we do on tour is because we have a DVD player in the van. We'll go to Walmart and get something in the $5 bin, and we got the Leprechaun 7 movie set.
There's 7.
Yeah,
Oh my
and
god.
we were like, there's one that was made with Hornswoggle.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And so we get in the car and we're like, let's watch Leprechaun in the Hood, man. It's gonna be awesome. I swear to Christ, that movie is like fucking Lord of the Rings long. It never ends. I don't know how long it is, man, but I'm telling you, it felt like it was 4 hours long, and it was terrible the whole way through.
Was it that it felt long because it was fucking miserable? And it was actually 75 minutes, but it somehow felt like forever.
Man, I don't even know, but it's one of those movies that just keeps ending over and over and over, but never like, fake ending after fake ending.
Man, we got Leprechaun in the Hood, but I think we got the Reality Stone from the Infinity Gauntlet because it fucking won't end.
Yeah, I mean it was unbearable, man. I just could not make it through. Like, I mean, we made it through because it was playing, but we were just like, what?
Like, where are you gonna go? You're in the fucking van.
Yeah, man. And so that we didn't get any further than that. But I'll tell you what, we made it all the way through the Police Academy collection, all 5 films. Great movie.
4. There's more than 5, unfortunately. Oh. Yeah. The 4th one's where I jumped off the train because my dad and I watched those when I was growing up, and 1 through 4 still hold a giant place on my big dumb nostalgia heart.
Yeah, I like those movies, and it's interesting because I was driving the van, and the worst thing to watch while you're driving the van though is a movie that has a lot of physical comedy because everyone else is laughing and
You can't do shit about it.
like, yeah, I know something funny happened. What happened? And then they're like, oh God, you just had to see it. And it's like, oh,
I fucking hate you guys.
yeah.
I'm glad you weren't trying to watch and drive because I've ridden with you and it's scary.
Oh, you're still alive.
Yeah, I know, but you've almost killed me numerous times.
Oh, one time. I see. It's always numerous times. You drive into oncoming traffic one time
It was the
and
Dukes of Hazzard
survive.
jump at the end.
And survive. And you're at the end of you're an oncoming traffic driver for the rest of your life. I'll tell you what, man.
George had a mental and physical breakdown.
You know, it's hard being your friend, man, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Even though you victimize me. Yeah. Oh.
This episode's been a mess. I'm going to freely admit that right now. I know every time you say this is the best episode ever, this one was a fucking mess.
Yeah, it's the worst one we ever did, man.
Well, I hope you all had fun. I'm going to do my best to be prepped for next Wednesday because we're coming back from the Rammstein show that morning. So hopefully I can get home, read the Prog, and be ready for Wednesday night.
All right, man. You may be setting yourself up for failure.
Nope.
But hey, failure's the name of the game.
We just proved we can get through a whole episode without knowing what the fuck we're talking about.
That's true, man. So I guess hopefully we'll talk to everybody next week here in the chat. Don't forget to tell your friends. Probably don't share this episode. It was pretty shitty, but share a good one. And I guess one more thing left for you to say.